and it was fun. It was fun. I got a chance to tell and share some stories with Erica that she hadn't even known, you know.
Right.
How could she know she was stuck in traffic? Or while I'm on the side of the stage panicking, because Questlove is like, come on, come on. I'm like, I don't, oh, if you
Okay.
worry about where.
Woman, you saying that? What you mean? That whole end of that was a vibe.
Yeah, yeah. We got there. We got there. I sound scared and young, and I love it.
And that, just to keep it 100, that brought us JILLSCO.
That night.
I can't.
TT. Jill Scott representing North
I
Philly,
mean, we
y'all.
wouldn't have that if she was on time.
Right?
But
Right.
that was
It's divine intervention, man.
so. I'm looking at
I
the playlist. There was definitely some songs I didn't expect you to play, and you left a lot of good records on the table as far as I'm concerned, because you know I'm well versed in the catalog system.
yes.
Um, but what was your what song that of yours did you play that you was like, this is my whole everything?
Whenever you're around, when
Mm,
I played that, it's George Duke.
okay.
It's George Duke. For people who are not, you know, they're not really interested in musicianship or musicians like that, I can understand why you're like, okay, it's a cool bop or whatever. But the lyrics were very dear to me, um, very honest. And having George Duke was it was such an honor. It was such an honor.
Mm,
He's and he's gone. He's left us now, but
right.
that was a big deal for me. And then because I don't think a lot of people ever heard it. And
Mm.
then boy, Rolling Hills.
I was the spell when you played that third. I was like, really third? I did not expect that, Jill. You went out the box.
I did not want to do anything that was expected. I did not want to just be like, okay, here's a hit, here's a hit, here's a hit. I know, I heard about what happens in these things, but I wanted to share some music. I really did. I wanted to share some stuff that maybe expand my audiences, that particular audience, their horizons on my kind of music. And
Right.
then when they do more research and buy my catalog, which they are doing, when they, venture out and search for some more things, they find out I'm an actress and they find out that I'm a writer and they find out, oh, that's the song from the movie. Oh, that's the song from the TV show. Oh, that's the song from the Golden Globes. I didn't even play Golden.
You did not. That you left out. It's love, hate on me. Again, I'm well versed in the catalog, sis.
If we were to go further, I would have played them.
Okay.
I would have played them. But
I
I
mean,
just, yeah, yeah.
it
I was just
definitely
trying to
was
share.
awesome. It was awesome to watch. It was awesome to be a part of it. Was there a worst part of it?
The worst?
Was there a worst part, or was it just all love? Like, was it one part where you were like, eh?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Not that I recall. Yeah.
It's been 20 years, ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, Miss Ma'am.
Yeah.
20 years from Who is Jill Scott?
Yeah.
20 years. Did you even realize and recognize? Did you know? Like, you were like, it's 20 years. Like, when did you wake up and was like, oh, this is 20 years old?
When I went on tour with it, when I
Okay.
was prepping and planning on the 20th anniversary tour,
Right.
that's when I
Mm.
was like, okay, it's official. I might just be official now. You know what I mean? Like, I might just be official. I may have arrived a little bit.
Mm.
I just might have. I'm reading everybody's comments. I'm looking at their comments. They're like, you didn't play and you didn't play. Nope. And hopefully you will and tell somebody and talk about this music, to keep it alive. I,
Right.
I, I'm just privileged. I'm privileged and honored to be able to share this time. Just, it's a beautiful time. 20 years later, Tig, 20.
20.
I've been touring for a long time. I've been creating for a long time. It's been great. I'll take another 20, 30 if I can manage.
I mean, we here for it. If you're here for it, I want to see fire and hearts and drinks and flowers. Just light up the screen if you're here for it. Light
Oh,
up the screen for Dilly right now.
so nice.
Um, One of the things I found interesting last night is, and I felt this was true for both of you. Like Erica was like, you know, my job is touring, and right now I'm unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
This quarantine has affected lots of people in lots of different ways. I got one question somebody sent me earlier. I Am Wisdom said, "What have you learned new or different about your craft and/or talents since quarantine?"
Hmm. Well, I don't know if it's new, but I know that it's standing out a lot more. There is a certain part of quiet that is mandatory for arts.
Right.
In order to hear it all,
Mm,
you know, all I can do is go in the backyard. At some point, you know, we were so quarantined, it was
mm,
just about going in the backyard and listening to nature.
mm.
And I've learned that that is crucial, quieting oneself to hear everything.
Right.
And my pen has really enjoyed that. My pen has really enjoyed that. So I'm writing all kinds of things. I don't know when. I don't know why. I'm not judging it. I've got time. I can write my heart out and take a nap. I can, this amount. I've never had this amount of time in my life ever. So I'm saddened by what's happening, you know,
Right.
worldwide.
Mm,
But I believe that in everything, you have to try your best to find the good in it, find the light inside of it, no matter what it is. I
mm.
went to the Grammys. I didn't know that it was that much walking my first time. I didn't know. And by the end, my feet hurt so bad.
Was that the gold dress time? The time
I
of the
think
gold
it
dress?
was, or silver or something. I don't know. But I was so upset
I
because my
remember you
feet
telling me.
were hollering. You know, what I learned is wear comfortable shoes. Hey, well, what's the lesson? What I learned is to put some flip flops in the bag. Find the damn light in whatever it is, no matter, you know, we lose people. And I've lost so many people in my lifetime. We all have people that we love, people that we cherish so much. What is the light inside of that? That you had the time, that you spent the time, that you knew the person, that you got to hear that laugh or tell that joke, or you
Mm,
got to cry with them, or you got to tell them how you really felt about a thing. You know, just finding the light in whatever it is. It will help sustain us and keep us moving. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
right.
It is, there's been some dark times for Jill, and you know, just looking for the light. It helps.
Has it been difficult for you to find the light in being an at-home teacher? With this face, though.
Boy, some people are made for some things.
Uh-huh.
Yep, for some people. I listen, shout out right now to all the teachers everywhere. I love you. I appreciate you. I respect you. You certainly deserve to have more money, and you deserve all the accolades that there are. You need a parades.
Facts.
Huh? You need
Facts.
parades. You need billboards. You need award shows. You need it all because you get to learn how much patience. I just got one kid, one, one, who's like squirrel, and I'm like, come back, come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just trying to keep him focused because he doesn't have friends around and he doesn't have somebody else. You know, that is a real challenge.
Mm.
And some of the stuff I don't even know. I don't know. The new math, I hate you.
New man. So
Why
you
would
did not.
somebody do that?
Make new math.
Why would you do that? Like, you don't have to take that many steps to get to the answer. I don't understand it. I won't understand it. I think it's a part of separating the old from the new. That's the only thing that I can, that's my only conclusion. Separating the old folks from the new folks, I guess.
Mm-mm-mm. We're live at the Verizon Artist Lounge with Jill Scott, Miss Jilly from Philly. You mentioned there will be questions I already know the answer to, but this is for the purpose of our conversation.
Okay.
You mentioned the Grammys earlier. I found it interesting that you have more Grammys than NAACP Image Awards and BET Awards. I was like, how? How's that possible?
No, I don't know if that's right.
No?
I don't think that's right. I have 3 Grammys.
Yeah, 3.
The NAACP Image Awards, I feel like I have quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
I,
Where they at?
Over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I
Well,
like
then
5.
my fact sheet was incorrect.
That's okay. I've gotten plenty of awards. I'm grateful for them. I've got Soul Train Awards and Billboard Awards and
Right. But I was leading up
a couple
to
of those.
getting to questions I know the answer to. How important are those?
They're really nice. They're really, you know what? I know that my favorite movie, probably of all time, The Color Purple, didn't win any Oscars.
Mm.
And that let me know what the deal was. My first album, Who is Jill Scott, which was everywhere all the time. It startled and scared me how quickly my life changed and how grateful and loving people were towards the music. Didn't win a Grammy. It was nominated, I think, 3 times that year and didn't win one.
Right.
And I mourned that because that's every artist's dream, to win a Grammy. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'm bitter. I think that I put it into perspective. There's people that win Grammys and can't tour for 20 years. And this is not the goal. The goal is to, to advance to Bette Midler, to advance to Diana Ross, that longevity, the Shaka Khan of it all, to the Sarah Vaughan of it all, to be able to perform and sell out beautiful theaters and stadiums around the world. That's the goal. I'm hoping that, society hasn't changed so much that will be out of my reach.
Jill Scott live in the Verizon Artist Lounge with V103. Lots of people. So one of the funniest thing I saw between yesterday and today was, I think you put it up to, was Taraji P. talking about a lot of people's favorite song, Crown Royal, and why isn't it longer? And will we get an extended version at some point? Maybe not 10 minutes like Taraji wants, but will there be a remix, a revamp, a longer bedroom edition of Crown Royal?
I think it should be. I had no idea. Like at the time, most of the time, once a song stops for me and it doesn't move any further, I'm like, and my pen doesn't move anymore, and I don't have an inclination to say anything else, I stop typically. I go back to it, I listen again, I'm like, ooh, that's all I wanted to say. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's all I want. And then I thought the lyrics were so deliciously nasty. I thought they were deliciously nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think I can go forward. The producer, J.R. Hudson, has since married and had another three, 4 babies. So I'm sure he can assist in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed and given you lots of credit for showing all sides of yourself. The deliciously nasty to the, I put the Vaseline on my face if I got to And there was an incident maybe a couple years back when they brought brought that old footage of you on
Yes.
stage being grown.
Yes. Talking to
Um,
grown people about
you
grown
were
things.
in front
Yes.
of grown people doing grown
Yes.
things. I didn't really. I mean, did it bother you that it became such a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect it. I was really, really put off guard. I caught off guard. Um, that had been a part of my show off and on, depending on the audience and what I wanted to say that night. It had been a part of the show for maybe about 5 years,
Hmm.
depending, you know. So I was really surprised, but I know who did it and I know why they did it.
Do tell.
I won't. I won't even give them
Okay.
be gone. You know, I will not. I will not. I see your work, but you don't know. You just don't know what's in here. You don't know what's in here. You know. That wasn't for you saying you don't know. I'm talking to that person.
Right. Right.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, Brown Mona Lisa 22 said, "Will there be a Jill Scott Erica Badu tour?"
Who knows? Um, it would be monumental. It'd probably be long as shit. Oh, sorry, 103 Atlanta.
One.
I'm sorry.
You talk.
It probably be long.
Right.
Yeah, it all depends on these schedules. You know, I have my TV show. We're working on that possibly this year. The hopes are high, you know, depending on the status of this virus.
Which TV show?
Um,
We need
uh,
clarity. You work a lot.
I do work a lot. Um, it's called First Wives Club on BET Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is our second season. We got
Okay.
picked up real surprised. Like, I'm always surprised. I just put my best foot forward and hope, and that's it. And I leave it. Like, okay, there you go.
Mm.
And the audience has picked it up, and we're watching it like crazy. Just the whole, season at one time. I
Right.
binge watching. I was like, that's so cool. And somebody said it's so good. Yeah, shout out to the ladies,
Mm.
Ryan, Michelle Bathe, and Michelle Boutte. Yes, we did it. Yeah.
Jill Scott's in the building. I'm getting a lot of questions. People have lots of questions for you. Um,
Okay.
uh, this is funny, but I love it because this is when you tell people to pay attention. Tyler Chronicles, what up, Tyler? Said, uh, was taking a walk in the park after dark ever a really good idea in Philly?
Probably not. Now that I think about it, it probably wasn't that good of an idea. But there were places that you could go, like Fairmount Park, certain parts of it, you could walk on the drive at times. That was definitely cool and beautiful by the water. Um, yeah, you had to drive somewhere or to catch a bus somewhere to take a walk. You couldn't necessarily go through the hood. You get yourself into a little bit of trouble.
Could be trouble. Could be
Yeah,
trouble.
that somebody said it depends on, the part of Philly that you're in, and it still does. Yep.
Okay. Lots of people ask, will there ever be another Sugar Water Festival?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. It all depends on our schedules. Far as I know, Queen Latifah, she has a new TV show coming out.
Right.
Um, Probably already done. Um, yeah, and Erica's working, and I'm working. I don't know. Was somebody not North? Penn's Landing, right. Kelly Drive, right. You could
Okay,
walk in those parts of Philly. Hey
Philly represented shouting out
Philly,
the
hey
Ninth Ward Park.
Philly, to my fifth, and you know that.
Oh,
I was supposed to say it like that. I don't even know.
like that.
Like that.
Um, there were lots of questions about your energy, your light, and whether, well, let me, before we get to that, there were lots of comments, not questions, about your energy and your light and your aura that you portray through your music and just being you right here on the screen. Some people, there were some questions about we wanted to know, why do you feel, if you feel that way, that a lot of young women out here tend to follow some of the more ratchet trends or ratchet things that are popping versus following a Michelle Obama thing or a Jill Scott thing, or if you will.
Um, I don't know if they're aware of how much they have,
Mm.
and there's an immediacy to that that's attractive, and it works. You know, it works. Um, but I think I'd like to stick more with the not being aware of how diverse you can actually be as a Black woman. We seem to find these little pockets of ourselves and decide that that's all that we are. And it's really unfair to the creator. That's the way
Mm.
I see it. It's really unfair. He gave you, she gave you, he gave you, they gave you all of this stuff. All of this, there's your intelligence, there's your heart, there's your mind, I mean, your soul, your energy, your interest, your passions, your vices, your idiosyncrasies, all of these incredible things that make up a human being. And what seems to happen to me is like you get stuck in this one thing, this one way of being, and it probably will work, you know, for a while,
Mm.
hugely successfully. You know, I've seen that, and bravo. But you know, I always felt like, aren't you gonna get tired at some point? You know, I don't know. I do know. I can't make up anybody's mind for them.
Right.
I just think it's all about, for me anyway, it's about being all of myself. Like I don't want to shortchange me.
Mm.
I'm a mom, you know, that's a whole other job, a whole other mindset. There's so many things to think about being a mother,
Right.
being a sister, being a daughter, being a niece, being an
Mm.
employer, being an employee. You know, I'm all of these things, being a teacher, being a student. You know, I don't know, I don't know how to fit in boxes. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But if, you know, I can't imagine that's all that any woman is. You know,
Right.
I can't imagine it. For instance, I was at a strip club, right?
Stop the phone.
And
Stop the presses.
yes,
This is why I
because
love you.
so I had never been.
Finish your story.
I knew what I wanted. I wanted to watch the men. I wanted to see their eyes. I wanted to watch what happens to them. I'm a voyeur by nature. So I wanted to see what happens to their eyes. Some dudes were like, oh, you know, lost, and they just transfixed. Some dudes were like, you know, they're real hard and, you know, not just like, this is nothing. I see this all the time. You know what I mean? Some were handling business. Long story short, um, the DJ announced my name, and I was like, nope, I didn't want to do that. I also had some other plans, but he ruined all that by announcing my name. Anyway, so
Did those plans include hurling money in a precipitous manner at an alarming rate?
I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that. No, that's for the gentleman that I'm with to do. That's his his prerogative.
What
That's
were your
not for me.
plans?
Well, truth be told, at the time, I'm a poet and a writer. So, you know, I pick I pick which woman to dance, which dancer. I don't like the dancers who are dead in their eyes.
Hmm.
You've seen this before, where it's just like, I'm here, I'm doing a job, I don't care, just here, look, look, look. I don't like the dancers that don't take direction. I don't know, I'm real specific. I don't like the dancers that immediately take all their clothes off. That's not, I believe in beguiling and coercing and mesmerizing. I think these are the
Theater of the
powers
mind.
of, yes, I think these are the powers of the woman. And my, I pick which dancer that will listen, you know, and take a direction. But my goal is for me. I'm going to talk shit in his ear the whole time.
While he's getting a dance. While he's getting the dance.
While he's getting the dance. Who's benefiting? Me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there, and the DJ announces my name, and all the girls start running, and I was like, oh no, I think they think I want to lap dance or something, which I don't. It's not
Okay.
me. But I was like, oh no, I'm not, now the guys are looking too. I'm not going to be able to watch the way I want to. I got to find a new cut spot. Oh no. And so many of them just wanted to talk. They forgot they were at work, and you know, standing there with everything exposed. So I'm like, you know, like I don't know what to do outside of the parameters of what I thought our relationship would be. I don't know what to do. So um, there was a lot of crying in the strip club.
Wow.
It was a lot of crying, a lot of, you helped me get through school. I swear. And I was not prepared for that. Or, you know, I'm in the middle of my dissertation right now. I wasn't prepared. Or my grandmother passed away, and I listened to this song all the time, and I just wanted to say thank you. And actually, two of the strippers gave me money that night. You can't put women in boxes.
Amen.
Wrong.
That was a great story. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But to even step up on that, I also had a wealth of people asking about, do you have plans to mentor or do things with young ladies to give, you know, like mentoring with young ladies? Lots of people, I mean, they were like, if you just go through my timeline, they were like, mentor, ask her what you mentoring, and what does that look and feel like for Jill Scott?
Normally there's an introduction. I don't want to say that because it sounds really harsh. Normally there's an introduction, just like with any friendship. This is not a friendship. Mentorship is not a friendship. It's me seeing a light in someone, and a drive in someone, and a work ethic in someone, and a humility, because you have to be humble to be a student. When I see those, and when I meet those young women, typically it's young women, then I send them to camp. They become camp counselors at my camp for the summer. See how that goes. Hot summers, lots of kids, lots of energy.
Right.
See how they handle that. And they go through a couple of years of camp counseling and conversations with me there and here and there. And then once they graduate from high school, then I help them go to college. Blues Bay Foundation is such that we haven't gotten enough money yet to be able to just pay everybody's education, but I know where it falls short, because that's, you know, the things that fell short for me was I could pay my tuition. I worked 3 jobs. I could pay my tuition, but I didn't have money for books.
Right.
Or I had money for books and I had tuition, but I didn't have money for transportation. You know what I mean? Like, it was always one thing that just kind of fell apart. So, you know, that's what Blues Bay Foundation does. So if you need transportation, if you need, you know, help with an apartment or a place to stay, that kind of thing. I saw one of my mentees on this timeline, actually. But that's normally how it works.
Okay.
You know, and it's a full range of mentorship. It's not just finance and work and this industry or one of the industries that I'm in. It's living. I
Right.
have a mentor right now. I have several. I think that we should always have them,
Right.
somebody to go to.
Please give them the website where they can learn more about the foundation.
Okay, bluesbabefoundation.org. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tigger. I have always said it like that. Hi, Puddin' Pop. It's that smile. It's that smile.
I love my jelly from Philly.
I love you too, Tig.
I'm not going to take up too much more of your time, and I'm very eternally grateful, gracious that you gave us and all of these people in here this time.